Hi friends, this is Gail, Baba of 4. I realized I had some things and I had made a few things and I hadn't done a video in a while and you haven't seen that I'm still alive. And I'm tired and it's nighttime, 8:30. But I wanted to show you a few things I made and that I got or bought from other places. Okay, first of all, I'm going to show you this. I don't really like it that much, but I made this little, someone gave me some miniature things, and I put that, it's a pin with 3 dragonflies on it. And I was trying to match the colors, so let's see if you can see it. I've got this big piano light here. I have a feeling I'm doing something wrong because there's this round circle there that shouldn't be there. But anyway, I couldn't think of what else to do with it, so just a little pin cushion. And then I made some more Stiffy bowls, but you know, I never liked the way the Stiffy ones just come out because they're still pliable, and so I've been trying to figure out a way to make them really sturdy. So what I've done is trial and error. I've almost taken everyone's recipe and added them together. I used glue, flour, Mod Podge, Stiffy, and a little water. And I just kind of did it by what it looked like. I did learn last time I didn't think I soaked it enough, and this time I soaked it too much without wringing it out. It's on some of them. So here's one of them. I don't know, I might have showed you one, but I mean, it's stiff. It's not quite as stiff as a couple here I have. You could knock somebody out with it. Here's one I made yesterday. I really like this one. And I sprayed it with some bedazzle. And this is perfect too. What I did was I spray painted the doily, that fabric spray. And then some little ones I made. I know I showed you some. This little one was like to have a candle. I don't have any candles, so this used to be a candle. You could do whatever you want with it. A little bigger one. Now, these aren't going anywhere. These are hard. And also what I did was, one lady said she baked hers in the oven for 25 minutes on 200. And that's what I did. So I took a little bit of everybody's. And then this one from a doily. It's staying there. Or I could dress it up or do whatever. Use it for a little bowl to put stuff on my desk. Now this one you could knock somebody out with. It's a thicker one, and I think the idea is to leave enough of the stuff on there. You just kind of wring it out a little bit, and then they stay stiff. And you have to remember to either put Vaseline or plastic over your bowl, because there were a couple I couldn't get undone, and then it ended up I got some of the bowl with it because I was running out of bowls. And then this one, same thing. This is even harder yet. That's why when people ask me I just kind of set this in there. I didn't really glue it. With what I did, it's hard to tell. So I tried to measure this time. But, you know, I did like a half a cup of Mod Podge, a half a cup of white glue, like a cup of Stiffy. What else? I put probably 4 tablespoons of flour. I just kind of put a little bit of water in it. So it was kind of thick. It wasn't soupy. And dragged it through. But like I said, there's one sitting in the sink. I'm trying to get some of the stuff off. I never did dry. I let it was a real thick one, doily, and I let it sit there. I mean, I didn't really wring it out, and I could hardly get it off the bowl. So that's probably shot. And then, I don't know if I showed you this one. Now this one is fine, except I sprayed a little glitter on it, and I left it on the back porch patio, and when I went out there, it was kind of flopped down. But it came back to life. I don't know if I sprayed a little more Stiffy on it or not. And I put that inside. But it's fine. It's really shiny. And then this one, oh, this is a greenish one. Now it's a little bit, I think it depends on how big they are, how thick they are. It's very shiny, but I probably sprayed some of that glitter or varnish, glaze, whatever. But it's staying the way it is. Thing is, they're not going to be easy to send. I did send the white one I made to somebody. We'll just have to and then this one. And then I put this picture in there. But you can form them however you want to. And this was a thinner, a little bit thinner doily. Pink. But I think they're pretty cool. I'm in the middle of one thing and then I start doing something else. So that was my stuff. And then there were a couple that I already stuck in the bags, you know, to send them out if I don't get my stuff sent out soon. You should see my house. It's like there's not one place to sit. I just feel like overwhelmed to get all this stuff out so that I could start doing stuff for my family. Then I want to show you what I bought. I just happened to get it on the computer. I don't think I showed you this. I can't remember. I got on and this girl was just finishing this painting and said it was for sale really inexpensively, and she gave me a little black stand. I don't know, I'm kind of into this funky stuff lately. You should see some of the pictures that I have. Isn't that pretty? Sun and Moon Arts. It was very affordable, and I just said, I want it. One thing I can't do is paint or draw. And I made some stick pins too, but I already stuck those in the package. Then I was watching Refunction Crafts, and I've made a few things on there. Carol Toulson. And she just has a knack for it, you know, and she's not professional. She just kind of started out with not much of anything. And she's really good. So I don't need this. I really don't have anyone to gift it to. But it was just so pretty, I had to have it. That's my problem. I'm addicted. Now I already opened it. It came today. There's a penny on there. Look at this. Is that gorgeous or what? And she made another one right on one of the videos. She put legs on it. It was a box, just a regular old box. And look at the sparkly. And I think I have to ask her. She put resin on top or something. I mean, everything's. I have to ask her how she got it. And then her diamond dust that she loves. And the inside, it's just white, but I mean, isn't that pretty? But what came with it, I will show you. And I did make a couple of these, nothing like hers. From some old compacts I found. Look at this. It goes with it. Isn't that beautiful? It'd be a beautiful gift, wouldn't it? I could open it. And she sells the compacts and just shows you how to do it. I'm afraid to open it. Oh, it's open. See? She just gets everything on there perfectly, and she loves her glitter. It's on everything. You have to go to her channel, Refunction Crafts. And then she sent me a little gift. When she first started, she was kind of clamoring around for stuff to use because she didn't have a lot of stuff. So I sent her a little goodie box. I didn't know her, but anyone in need, don't just tell Gail. Look at this. What she sent me. Isn't that pretty? You just have to watch her channel. That's where I got the idea for the watches, because she made those watches with the shakers in them and the different kinds. But that is so pretty. I think it's like a bezel with one of those, what's it called, those white clear things. But everything is just so, you know, professional looking. Doesn't look cheap, doesn't look homemade. But I just, and that was her gift to me. I just had, I don't know why, as soon as I saw it, and I think she just showed it, and I went to a store and bought it. Because they're just one of a kind. And I know she's got some other ones, I think she's making. I haven't checked back. I haven't had time to be on there very much. I mean, I have it on in the background, but and then I want to try things, and I haven't done anything for family shopping or anything, but that is really gorgeous. And again, it's Refunction Crafts, and I'll put the link down below, like everybody says. And you'll just have to go visit and look at her stuff because it's gorgeous. And I have a shabby chic tree from last year that I don't think I put it out. I wasn't finished with it. Actually, it was something I was going to send to someone, but then it wasn't. I wouldn't have gotten there in decent shape, I know. So I kept it. I just want to put some lights on it. And then I have the one out that Jeanette made me. Right now this room is a mess, so that's why you can't see my desk. And this is the office. So half the stuff's here, half the stuff's upstairs. That's all I do. Carry stuff from one end to the other. And I did show you the shopping bag, or the bag thing I made that I keep things in. I like that too. Maybe I'll do a tutorial on that. I've never done a tutorial. I'm bad enough with videos. Can you imagine me doing a tutorial? Anyway, so far, this is my favorite. And I sprayed it with glitter. And I took the metallic pen, the silver metallic pen, and went along here. I don't know why these just intrigue me, but they do. But this one I really liked. Nice to keep on your desk if I had room to keep stuff. I might give a couple for the auction, the Defy auction. They have been having a lot of pop-up auctions, so if you watch Kira's Angels channel, and the second Saturday of December, they'll have their last one for the, well, maybe, I don't know if it'll be the last one, but the last big one for December. But I like this one too. The thing is, you know, with the stuff, we like it, but I don't know about you all, but, you know, family kind of looks at me like, and you know, you go to all this trouble and you want to make something really nice and send it. Well, I think I told you about that package that I sent to my nephew for the wedding in California, and it never got there. I don't know if I told you what happened. I did everything, and I made everything in it. I wish I would have showed the journal. It was so cute. I'm not sure they liked everything. I haven't heard from them at all, but I made everything in there. It had, you know, I showed you their initials that I made and the book, and I made took a flower pot and sprayed it and then put doilies and all that stuff. But I liked it. But people just think it's, I don't think, you know, they don't get it unless it's something they like. So with all these journals and stuff, you know, if you give somebody in the family one, it's like, oh yeah, that's nice. What do I do with it? I was looking, I picked up a couple things at the, was it a thrift? Oh no, it's not a thrift store, but it's down the street, like right around the corner, and I shouldn't stop there. It has, it's like everybody has a little booth, but it's just a small little place. And as soon as you walk in, there's doilies, and there's Prima paper, and there's so many cool things in there. It's really hard to pass them up. But I got it right here. Let me show you a couple of things that I picked up just because I couldn't pass them up. Look at this. Isn't that a beautiful heart box? Purple. Hope you can see okay. I got more things, but look at this. You know, I'm usually not into this kind of thing, but it looked like it was, like it's old. Looks like something my aunt used to, it says, there's a number on it too. Oh no, it says Italy. So it is from Italy. And what else? Do I have anything else down here that I got? I did get some things, and then earrings and jewelry and stuff. They had, like one booth had 7 pieces, nice things, for $10. And I got some hankies, and some people are a little overboard in their prices, but I bet after Christmas, if I go in there, which I don't need anything, really. But if it makes me happy, it makes me happy. It's gotta be something that makes you happy, right? Anyway, a friend gave me, she's always getting things. I mean, she like goes in dumpsters, and she just gets all kind of things. Now, where she got this, I don't know. But she's had it. I think she wore it to something. But I washed it because it was like thrown in a corner. It was getting moldy. It was in the garage. But she gave me this whole sari. Well, what's it called? When it's the whole thing. Begins with a J or something. But look. Pretty. Look at that. I was going to put it on and take a picture. I mean, do my video in it. But there's a certain way you wrap it, and I don't know how. I guess, oh my gosh, I guess I could figure it out. But because the bottom part has this, so this must go somewhere particular, and I don't know where. And then they have a way of wrapping it around them. You know, those other things that, oh, I had bought some when you go to the pool, and they show you how to wrap it and then tuck it in and all that kind of stuff. So, or, I don't want to be disrespectful. Mun job or mun something. How do I look? I don't know if you're allowed to have hair sticking out. This would be really nice though, except it's hot there. They have to wear these. But they're beautiful, and you wouldn't even have to buy any other clothes. There's a place here in Florida, because I asked my doctor, who's Indian, my cardiologist, I had the nerve to ask if he knew where I could get some, you know, saris that had been used or whatever. And he says, well, his family sends them back to India. But he's got some beautiful pictures on the wall of their clothes for weddings and all that kind of stuff. But I should find out. And it's not because I make, I just like looking at it. It's so pretty. what does Care say at Defy? She likes to pet it. I just like, it just looks so pretty, just like this jewelry box. So once I get my room back to normal, cleaned up, nice, then I'll put my stuff out. Okay, I think that's it. I just wanted to say hi. I thought I'd take this second while I had to do some errands today. Or usually I don't go out. There's just too many people. A friend of my son's aunt. Well, first, he's only in his 30s. He got it a little while ago. He had it for a month. And my son told him, you better get to the hospital, because he said he was tired and he had a cough and he was weak and he felt like there was an elephant on his chest and he was getting chills. And he was just going to forget about it. And he went to the hospital, made him go to the hospital, and he had it. He was there for a month and he almost died on his birthday, but he was okay. And then his aunt just died a few days ago. She had it for 2 days. She was 65. So I was just so anxious that night and so upset. I was calling everybody I knew to tell them to be careful. Stay in. It's hard for some people to stay in, especially if you don't have a hobby or something. But stay in and away from people as much as you can. One friend I have said that her hairdresser got it and she found out then she had it. So I'm not going to the hairdresser for a while. Didn't gotten my nails done. I haven't done anything. If I order stuff that I want, it's usually from Amazon or online. So I think we really need to be careful. This is just such a scary, odd thing. And the most horrible part, Nick's friend, Justin, told me was his mother was so upset it was her last relative, her youngest sister, that you can't be with them. You can't have any closure. They die alone and you can't, then they cremate them. It's kind of like, maybe I shouldn't say this, but it just made me think of Auschwitz, take these people and like just burn them and nobody sees them again. And it just must be such an awful, awful thing. And I know my aunt, I told you my aunt died having it 2 weeks. She was in her 80s, but she was fine otherwise. And I just talked to her a few days before. And next thing I knew, I was getting a call. She went to the hospital. Then she went back home, and then she went to the hospital, and then back, and she died. And mostly people seem to, they find that they've had pneumonia first. They didn't even know they had pneumonia. But that seems to be one of the prevalent things. Anyway, it's just awful. And all the different people we see or hear on Facebook, YouTube, whatever. So I was so nervous that day after he had brought me something. I was so nervous after he left. I was going in circles around the house, eating everything I could. And I even took the spray disinfectant and sprayed all my clothes and everything. Because if you think about it, not just that, but okay, you wash your hands, you use the wipes, you go, if you have to go to the grocery store, you wipe everything off. But look at the bags and the groceries. I mean, all the people that have touched those, they didn't have gloves on. Everything's touched. And who knows, they're blowing their nose or wiping their face or rubbing their eyes or... So even the bags I get, I throw away. I don't know if I'm getting paranoid or what, but I figure, if we're wiping the shopping carts off the handles and trying not to hold on to the doorknobs, well, what about all the packages and all the bags and boxes and all that stuff? Or when you go get prescriptions or anything, they use the buttons to push the stuff and then they hand you money. It's just, you're better off just trying to stay home and stay with your own germs, I think. I know maybe that doesn't build up your immunity, and get your flu shot. But I just as soon stay in the house. Anyway, I have an excuse not to get dressed, not to put makeup on, stay in my pajamas. Nobody's going to come visit. So it's really a good excuse to being lazy in a way, which probably isn't that good. So anyway, it's nice to see you all. I just wanted to say a quick hi and show you the few things. And I should have shown you when I came back from that little store. It's called Annabelle's, something like that. But it was just too much. It's just, I love it. I really have to stay out of there. It's addicting. So I'm sure I'll talk to you before Christmas. But everybody's doing videos, for all this Christmas stuff. And, I can't believe everybody is making journals, like so many. I haven't, these new journals. I haven't made one. I mean, it would take me forever. And they're just whipping them out like crazy. So, anyway, I guess that's their thing. So, that's good. Anyway, I keep going on. I love you all, and be safe, please. I don't want to hear about anybody being gone. And with your families and your kids, because people start to get a little lax. My son, he went up to North Carolina. He's 38. And he was really sick and almost died a few years ago. And his lungs are compromised, and he's really good here. He even has a thing, I can't believe it, he even has the dispenser outside his door. He wears his mask. But in North Carolina, he said, Mom, like nobody wears, they're kind of up in the mountains, nobody really wears their masks or anything. I said, I don't care about other people. They don't have the susceptibility that you have. I mean, his lungs, they couldn't get the water off. And, I mean, he almost bit the dust too. Anyway, he's more careful, but I just, as a mother, you always worry. I don't care how old they are. And the older they get, the more aggravated they get that you worry. And I know there's nothing I can do about it. My dad always said, worrying is just a waste of time. But I think men are a little bit better than that. At that. Anyway, hope you all had a nice Thanksgiving. I didn't do anything, but someone brought me a couple containers full of all the goodies, and I just finished. I have a couple pieces of turkey left. I made a turkey sandwich yesterday. So I've been eating turkey for 4 days. No, more than that. But it's just really good. What I like the best is the stuffing, the mashed potatoes, the cranberry sauce, the green beans, and turkey, yeah. But it's good with the sandwich, with mayonnaise. I like that. And some chips. Okay, I'm really going now. Bye. Love y'all. Talk to you later.